Good morning. Here's Lancia. Oh, we'll do that again. Yeah, I just wanted to share with you this morning about what to do, what kind of movements to do for menstrual cramps. I got inspired this morning because I had some heavy flow and now I feel better. And I mean, what I show might not be for you, but it's also what I show could be a start into a discovery zone of movement to release all the tension. And the funny thing is that sometimes we tend to cramp up even more and stay stiff, right? And then this morning I was kind of in that world, like waking up and kind of like, mm-hmm. And then Jay started playing tablas, which was great because then I started to slowly like move my body and do things to get myself out of that stiffness, which then uplifted the heaviness. I still have heaviness now, but it's not as bad. It's only like one day that I go through this, sometimes once a month, right? And and so sometimes, I'm also not motivated to do anything, just kind of like, oh, and for those of you who have to then go to work, you have to get yourself together, right? So, so sometimes it's really good to give yourself the time before you go to work, or if you need to do things, in the afternoon or whatever. And what I also find really helpful too is one of my favorite uh, minerals is hematite, the black one. It's amazing, but it's really important that you get one that you can feel. It really takes out the heaviness. I mean, I'm just amazed. I've given it also sometimes to other people when they were around me and my hematite was with me, and they were pretty amazed of how that worked. Um, and I put it directly where the pain is. Sometimes I put it in my like jeans. When I was driving to work, I just put it in there because didn't have the time and I just kind of like talked to it and said, okay, support me right now and help me to release these pains. And then I had to drive, and concentrate on something else. So that is very supportive. I also believe that sometimes wearing mother of pearl is very useful, or just talking to mother of pearl, my beautiful shell. It's a little bit cracked, but she's still beautiful. So, and the other thing is, of course, tinctures, which I don't have any more for myself. One of the ones I loved most was kava kava tincture. I will maybe eventually make it again. Or Jehe, he was really good at that. And essential oils. I can't live without my essential oils. And so, but sometimes you need to be choosy about what you need. Sometimes it's not always what is, only one. I have a collection of essential oils, and I just chose some out for today to share with you because sometimes it could be rose or chamomile or basil or ginger or palmarosa or bergamot or nutmeg. And so today I felt like I brushed my teeth with but basil. I put palmarosa right there directly. And I used ginger on my face to freshen myself up a bit. So essential oils are just amazing to connect and work with. And like I said, I intuitively picked that. But alternative, I mean, you can also like read on it, and sometimes it's good just to intuit and to read and see, have both informations to help you find what's right for you. And yeah, now I'm gonna go into movement. Um, and I think it's really also quite useful to put on music that is soft enough, but also motivates you to go into a sway and trance, you know. and that's why I'm going to be playing uh, Indian meditational music, which is with tablas, and I think they have a tambura drone, and I'm not even sure if there's a sitar, but it's one of the ones I play very often. Yeah, so let's do it. So I didn't want to make this a long video, so I'm going to stop now. And so, yeah, it's more, as you see, there are some things that you might recognize from yoga, but it's not really about the fixations on like a certain position. It's more about trying it out. And I tend to have, difficulties around my lower back and like hip area, and so that's probably, maybe you can see that all these stretches do affect that whole area, which then also helps to everything to flow, right? And then also sometimes the essential oils and stuff like that also help the blood to flow, because it's just that it's all cracked up or clogged and it's not flowing, right? So yeah, and it's really good before movement to like do put some essential oil, or work with the hematite stone to, you know, support you, into movement again. And then from there you can release the pain or heaviness, so you can just feel better. Okay, that's it for now. Bye.